everybody, thank you so much for watching. It is so very good to see you all again. And if you're new here, then a very warm Mel's Yarniverse welcome to you. Today is overcast, it's dark, it's dreary, it's wet and it's windy. So it's obviously a perfect day to go thrifting. Grab a bag and let's see what we can find. Look at all the Halloween stuff. That looks amazing. I wonder if we'll get any trick-or-treaters this year. That'd be cool. Where do I start? Wow, that's amazing. What kind of yarn is that? It's like a booth clay, but not quite. It's an acrylic nylon blend. Wow, there's a lot of it there. And they're after $14. That's not bad. That's enough to make a project with. Oh, look at the colours in this. The Peyton's cotton top. $5. That's incredible. That's a lot of cotton. I'm loving this blue. It's a great little colour combo actually, the white, blue and yellow. That's amazing. What else have they got? So $5 for that whole packet. That's incredible. That's incredible. That can't be right. $5 for some more of that boucle type yarn. White in pink. Oh, what is this? Villarwool Gelati. Look at that colorway. That's just stunning. That's a cotton and acrylic blend. $6 for the 6 of them, so $1 a ball basically. That's amazing. And we've got some more of that Oasis, Cleckheaton Oasis yarn in another colorway. Got some more of the cotton in the white and the yellow and blue. And then we've got another packet of bright pink. Wow, those colours together would go beautifully, wouldn't they? Wow, and how much are they after for that? $8, I think. That's really pretty. All right, I need to put this down and have a look at the other ones they've got in here. Just a bit of yarn. What else have we got? Ooh, 4-ply Peyton's feathers. So this is feather soft. Nylon, brine nylon. So this would be perfect for baby clothes, maybe some booties and things like that. Absolutely gorgeous. What else have we got in here? So some more of that Peyton, the Cleckheaton Oasis. Beautiful colorway. We've got 6 balls of the Semco Stallion 8-ply acrylic. I think that's either a dark blue or a black. It's hard to tell in this light, but 6 balls for $7 is a pretty good deal. What else have we got over here? We've got some really thin cotton for doilies and lace work. That's absolutely gorgeous. $7 for that. I'm loving this color here in particular. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, what else have we got? We've got some more Cleckheaton Oasis, some more beautiful colors. And some more in the blue and the white. I love that. So I've had a bit of a dig around in here. There's a couple of bits of interesting yarns in here. It's a lovely Super Saver crochet knitting thread. So that mercerized cotton. We've got some Serdar Snuggly. It's always lovely baby yarn to work with. Also found this here, the Portercraft crochet cotton, 100% super soft cotton. It looks like it's brand new. I don't think much of that's been used at all. And it's a lovely colour too. But that's about all that was in there really. The rest of it is just kind of scrap yarns that have been rolled up. so not really much else in there. And I also had a dig through over here, and again there's some more of that oasis yarn, there's some feathery yarns and some baby yarns on top there as well, some gorgeous variegated colours, but not enough for me to use. Let's have a dig around in here. Oh, now, I don't know if anyone remembers when I found that little monkey face string holder. I'm very curious to see if I could make something out of these. 50 cents, better give them a try. What else is in here? Some ribbons, some button making things, a couple of pom-pom holders. That's about it really. What's up here? Do I see? Buttons! Oh my goodness, buttons! Okay, how much are these? There's normally a price somewhere. $8. Alright, I can afford one jar. So I'm going to have a look and see which one has the most matching buttons, and I'll grab that one. So I've gone through all of these knitting patterns and crochet patterns. I found this amazing baby knits book. I'm going to leave it here because I don't have any babies in my family that need these, and somebody else probably will, so I'm going to leave that here. But look at all of these very gorgeous little patterns in here. Isn't that beautiful? And they only want $3 for it, which is a huge bargain. So I'll pop that back up there. But what I did find are some amazing patterns, and we'll have a closer look at those when we get home. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Complete collection of original tales 1 to 23. Is it real? Oh, they're all in here. Oh my god. Jemima Puddle Duck. Oh, Squirrel Nutkin. Jeremy Fisher. Oh my goodness. Where is she? Flopsy Bunnies. Benjamin Bunny. Mrs. Tiggy Winkle. Oh, I love her so much. Oh, there's Jemima Puddle Duck. Oh, this is coming with me. Oh, I found a beautiful stack of gorgeous crochet blankets. Unfortunately, I couldn't film them all because the place was so busy, but I can show you this one. Oh, we'll take a closer look at that when we get home. Well, we found some great things at this first thrift store, but we've still got one more to go. Oh, these look really good. Knitting vintage. Oh, what's this one? Yarn bombing. Oh, that looks really good. Oh, what else is in here? Just move those over there. Okay. Is that Jean Greenhow? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm taking that one. Absolutely. What else is in here? Oh, Family Circle, Lovable Baby Knitting and Crochet. Yep, that looks great. Anything else? Ooh, delicate purses. Oh, look at these. Delicate purses for proms and weddings. Love it. Let's have a look over here. What can we find? Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, look, a ripple blanket. That looks amazing. Oh, granny squares. Yes, look at the colours. Oh, that's beautiful. What's this one here? Oh, this is gorgeous. It's huge. Look at all the colours in it. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Is this one? Oh, look at this. Oh, look at the colours in that. That is just stunning. That's amazing. Just beautiful work. Look at that. And what does that say? Joyce Rogers. Wow. Oh, another ripple, like a chevron blanket. That looks so gorgeous. Look at that work. That's just stunning. Absolutely beautiful. That's just amazing work. What else have we got here? Another one? Oh, what's this? Oh, granny square, another granny square. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those colours. Just gorgeous. Love it. And there's another ripple, another chevron blanket. Beautiful. Loving those colours together. Stitchwork's lovely. Oh, what's this over here? Some more granny square blankets. I love those colour combos. They just look fantastic. $7, that's not bad. And I think we've seen this granny square one before. I think we've filmed this before. I'm really sad to see it still here. Oh, look at the knitted blanket. Isn't it gorgeous? Someone's found a very creative way to use that eyelash yarn. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Fluffy. Wow, what a great selection of blankets. They are all gorgeous. I might just, yeah. Carnival, not bad. $4. $5 for baby yarn. Panda Magnum, $5. It's a nice big bowl. Some more Carnival. What's this? That's very pretty colour. That's gorgeous. What else have we got in here? Some more scrap. And that's about it, really. That's about all. Well, I have had a great time today, but it's definitely time to head home and take a closer look at what we found. Well, that was so much fun. That was awesome. I've got so many things to share with you, so let's not waste any time. I think we'll start with the pattern books. This first book's called Knitting Vintage, and it has 30 knitting projects inspired by period fashions. That's interesting. They're not actually vintage patterns. They're modern patterns that have been inspired by vintage patterns. I'm really intrigued to see how they've interpreted that. It's by Claire Montgomery, and I think I paid $3 for that one. So pretty impressive. All right. Just have a quick flick through. We've got all the usual information. So we're going through the different decades, the Roaring 20s. A bit of a little mood board there. A fringed flapper top. That's pretty cool. Got a little cloche hat. That's really cute, isn't it? A nautical jumper. Some information about knitting and fashion in the 20s through to the 30s. So this is a glamorous 30s mood board. I love these old patterns. Look at that photo. Isn't that just stunning? Just beautiful. Look at these lovely pieces here. They're just gorgeous. This is very pretty. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. So what's that called? That is a knitted silk blouse. Look at that. That's just gorgeous, isn't it? I love these looks with the little lacy fronts and then the little capped sleeves on the side there. So pretty. Look at that. Love those buttons too. They're gorgeous. Loopy Sorry, loopy knit bolero. That's really hard to say. Loopy knit. Got it. Very cool. Oh, I love that beret. That's just beautiful. Look at that. So let's skip ahead a little bit, see what else we can find. So moving into the thrifty 40s. Love these twin sets. They're always beautiful. There's the jumper or the tee. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Over the knees stockings. Oh, love this top too. Emerald turban. This is really beautiful. Wow. We've got the fabulous 50s. There's the mood board. Cozy ice cream cow. That's really cool. I like that. I like that it's got the hood as well. Oh, I love this sweater. Big chunky oversized knit. That's great. Love that design. That's really cool. Oh, a lovely cardie. That's gorgeous. Wow, there's some really beautiful things in here. 60s. I just want to jump ahead and have a look at the 70s and 80s and just see into the 70s. Here we go. Sun hat. That's pretty cool. That looks like another cardie or vest. That's nice. Or waistcoat as they've described it. That's beautiful. Easy poncho wrap. Love the colours they've used for that too. Beautiful. And then this is going into the 80s, the dramatic 80s. Loving this. Oh, I love this glittery bat wing sweater. Bat wing sweaters. There's something about a bat wing top. I just love them. The way they fit. They're just so comfy and just love them. Always loved them. That's so cool. Well, there's a lot of great patterns in there. $3. Wow, that's really impressive. I really like that one. What else have we got here? Yarn bombing, the art of crochet and knit graffiti. I've never done any yarn bombing before. I love the idea of it. I love that it's crafty, that it's happy, it brings people smiles. I love that it can send a message. It's not actually something I've ever done though. Have you ever seen any yarn bombing in your area, or have you done any yarn bombing? By all means, let me know because I'd love to hear about it. Let's have a look in here. So it's a whole movement really, isn't it? There's a lot of people that are really dedicated to doing this. I love these ideas. Ninja and Jeremy Too Fine Knit Girl. That's pretty cool. So I like that you can use a bit of tapestry crochet or knitting to actually write words and messages to people and send an actual message. What does yarn bombing look like? Just like traditional graffiti, yarn bombing can take any number of forms. Here are some of the most popular tags we've seen. Car antenna cozies, doorknob covers, street sign pole cozies, organic forms such as flowers, mushrooms and rocks. I think they're my favourite. Intarsia messages. Intarsia is obviously a technique for knitted colour work or also crochet. And sweaters for trees. I always love that. When you see a tree, I think there was a picture back here actually of one. This tree here's been covered completely, all the branches and everything. Don't know what that means for the wildlife living in the tree. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, if it's a natural fibre, I can't see it being too much trouble. I don't really know. I'd actually have to think that through, to be honest. There was a picture back here. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Linden in lace. That was taken in 2003. Isn't that stunning? That's really, really pretty. I really like that. So what are they recommending? Putting monster feet on different signs. Decorating doorknobs and door handles. Bike racks. Yeah, there we go. There's whole trees covered here. I think it's really pretty. I think it can be really useful and really pretty. Oh, look at that. They're giving the little doe and her deer, like little baby, a little jumper and everything. That's so cute. So yeah, once again, the same same type of graffiti, but with the different message, I guess. Love this motorbike. Our local yarn store, So Darn Special, has a bicycle all covered with crochet and knitting. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'll see if I can put a picture of that up on screen. Yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. I don't know if it's something that I would ever do myself personally. I love the idea of maybe decorating your front garden or doing something like that. I don't know about out in public on the streets. I don't know. I mean, it's not really offensive. I mean, unless you used intarsia to write a particularly naughty word. But what a very creative way to send a message. I really like that. What else did I find? Aha. Now, I think you guys will know why I grabbed this. It's a Jean Greenhow book. Unfortunately, I grabbed it seeing the picture and the name and didn't really get much of a chance to flick through it at the time because the op shop I was in was really, really busy. So I just grabbed it because I saw her name. But unfortunately, there's not actually any knitting patterns in here. They're all sewing and other ways to craft toys, which is still really interesting, but just no knitted patterns, unfortunately. So I'll have to keep my eye out for a little bit longer, unfortunately, for that. But let's take a quick look through and see what else we've got in here. Now, isn't that adorable? Gee, she's a very creative person, isn't she? Just wonderful. So it's not just toys and dolls, it's a bit of everything. So we've got toy houses. Look at that. That's just adorable. So that's been sewn using different fabrics. She's attached a little bell and just embellished with all different types. So a bit of felting. So she's done, put some trim around there for the door. That's really pretty. Now, I'm not much of a sewer, so I'm hoping that some of you out there watching will know exactly what all this is about and how you would go about making these things. I am a terrible sewer, and I'll put my hand up and be the first one to confess I am absolutely terrible at it. Even stitching my granny squares, I try to use the easiest stitch available because I'm not fantastic at sewing, and that's okay. I have strengths in other areas, so that's fine. What else have we got? Sock animals. I used to remember playing with sock animals when I was a little girl. Trying to find some pictures for you. There's lots of patterns and stuff in here. There we go. Look at those. That's just beautiful. So some of these I can see are made with terry toweling, and maybe old towels or dishcloths and things like that. Being able to use those to turn them into toys is a brilliant idea. That's just fantastic. What else can I find? Look at these guys, aren't they cute? So again, she's found textured fabrics and turned them into toys. That's the Farmyard 5 we just had a look at. Look at this picture. Isn't that adorable? Aren't they gorgeous? So creative. I just love it. Oh, look at the little teddy bears on holiday. So not only is she making the bears, she's making the outfits and things like that for them as well. That's just so impressive. I love Jean Greenhow, and I love how imaginative her creations are. It's not just the designs themselves, but the idea that their families or their scarecrows or their farmyard people or their police or fireys or things like that, that's just fantastic. I just love it. But what else did I find? Yes, the Family Circle Lovable Baby Knitting and Crochet book. This one I paid $3 for, so let's have a quick flick through that and see what we can find. Look at that little face, isn't it just adorable? Loving these dolls too. So I'll have a quick flick through. Oh, there's a page that's come out. To be careful there. Oh, look at that. Little bunnies with little fluffy tails sticking out. That whole outfit is just adorable. They don't seem too happy though. Poor old Clive, page 42. Not happy, but he looks adorable. So, oh wow. Does anyone remember those baby carriers? They would have been around in late 70s, early 80s, I think. I remember having one exactly like that to carry one of my dollies around in with that exact cover and that lacy edging and everything. Wow, that's incredible. That's awesome. Oh, now that's a happy little Billy. Very cute. Oh, aren't they adorable? They're just so sweet. I love this little cape. I had one of those bangles when I was a little girl too. Don't know what happened to it though. Love his jumper. Look at this. So this is a knitted jumper with some little crochet chooks on the front. Little chickens. That's very cute. What else have we got in here? Oh, wow. Look at that. That's just incredible. Beautiful christening gown and a gorgeous shawl to go with it. That's just beautiful. You've also got the bonnet and the booties. What a gorgeous set. That's just stunning. Just want to have a look at this. Aren't they so cute? Someone very interesting is standing over here. Oh, that's so sweet. That's just wonderful. $3 I paid for that. That's fantastic. Again, not a lot of crochet, more knitting, but that's okay. What else have I got? Oh, yes. Oh, I was so excited when I found this. Have a look at that. That is gorgeous. Delicate purses for proms and weddings. Now, the one that really caught my eye was both this one down here, which I think is just stunning. I know you can buy these clasps at different craft stores, and you can find them online fairly easily too. So I love that vintage look, but also this one over here, I really love the look of this design, and I think I would make it without those tassels at the bottom. I feel like that would look nicer. I don't know why. I'm just not a big fan of those tassels there. But I love the design, and I really like this one down here as well. I think that's really, really pretty. So I'm just going to, $1 I paid for that, by the way. What a bargain. So just have a quick flick through. So you've got your abbreviations and your symbols in the front there. So there's a hexy posy pocket. Very cute. Again, it even tells you how to make the tassels at the bottom. That's just fantastic. Got this gorgeous little bag here. I love the little ties with the flowers on the ends of them. That's really sweet. I love that they've incorporated little ribbons running through it as well. That's really beautiful. Oh, what's this? This is a handwritten note. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, it's a little handwritten note that just translates from US to English terminology. So US single crochet SC equals double crochet DC in English. So they've handwritten this to remind them of how to translate from the US into the British. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to keep this. This is just gorgeous. I'm really happy I found that. That's just beautiful. Someone put a lot of work into writing that out. Oh, that's lovely. I'm going to hang on to that. I'll put you over there. That's just beautiful. Oh, unexpected. There we go. Okay, so it's called Roses in a Row Case. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. It shows you how to make the flowers. It shows you how to add the tassels. This is fantastic. What a great little book. It's even got a little size graph here so you can show where to put the roses in the row. That's just lovely. That's just fantastic. I'm really happy with that. That's wonderful. I've got a couple more to show you, and then we'll move on to some other interesting finds. So here we've got a Paragon Crochet Edgings book. I love finding these. These are some of my favourite finds in thrift stores. Wow, so we've got some white tablecloth edgings, lace edging for tea cloths, tray mat edging, 4 handkerchief edgings, church lace, and altar cloth. Sounds interesting. So there's the tablecloth. Okay, so they've incorporated the edging in throughout the actual tablecloth itself. So it goes, you've got the center round in here, then you've got the outer round, and then you've got the outside one which would hang down the side of the tablecloth. That's really pretty. And there's a closer look at the actual motifs that they've joined together. That's just gorgeous. Really, really pretty. I really like that. Some filet crochet. And you've got the graph there as well. They're so pretty. Oh, look at this one. Just beautiful. You've got your little bobbles around here. You've got your flower in the middle. And look at how they've joined them. Look at all of this work through here. That's just stunning. I just love that. Look at that. I wonder if you could take that same design and turn it into a spring or summer top, or even a nice lacy scarf or shawl that you could wear. That'd be really pretty. Oh, I like this one too. That's lovely. Looks like a grouping of different shell stitches into a diamond formation. That's really sweet. Here's the tray mat edging and the church lace. Look at that. I love this design. This is very sweet, but I think I'm just sort of, this one's caught my attention. So you can see the cross up here, but then you've got the lilies down here. They are so lovely, and I love that they've included the graph as well. That's just beautiful. Here we go with the edgings. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh, I like this one. This one's caught my attention over here. They kind of look like little chandeliers, don't they? Very cute. Oh, and there's the altar cloth. That's really pretty. Gee, a lot of work's gone into that. And there's some front covers of some of the other crochet booklets. That's gorgeous. I'm really happy with that find. I think this was about 50 cents. So once again, another bargain. What else? Yes. I found these two. I think they were also 50 cents each. I went to pay for them, and there was actually half price on everything that we'd bought that day. So I think they were about $1 each originally. So I think I paid 50 cents for them. And aren't they both beautiful? Now, this one in particular, I would love to build up my knitting skill set to be able to do this. But I just love this design. I love that it's cable work, but only on one side. It's not the entire jumper or sweater that's covered in cables. It's just one, and then the cables down the sleeves, and that they're 3/4 sleeves too. That's just beautiful. I really love that design. And then with this one, it was more so about the neckline. I just love that collar with those little buttons along there. So pretty. Not sure about the diamond design, but the actual neckline itself is actually really pretty, and I really like that. And we've got one more pattern book to look at. So this one, Aussie Fair, simple Fair Isle knitting with Australian motifs. And that's what intrigued me. What exactly are Australian motifs? Let's have a closer look. So this book is by Liz Gemel, or Gemel. And I paid $4, but that was half price, so I got $2 I think I paid for it. Pretty impressive. So what exactly is Australian Fair Isle knitting, or what does it look like? So there's our original how to hold the yarn, your different techniques, different hints and tips, how to make up the jumper, how to seam it, all those sorts of things. The different suggestions for how you can adapt the different designs in the book. I love that they've given you all these options. That's fantastic. Basic jumper design, designing your own motif. Isn't that great? Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. So that looks like some cockatoos, some galahs. I'm not sure about this one. Wow. So how have they done this? This is a possum top. Okay, so that's a possum there. Let's see if we can, oh, there we go. So that's a possum. You can see with the ringtail possum. That's really cute. What else have we got? Lyrebirds. This is a simple pretty style with bands of galahs and lyrebirds, each in facing pairs. So you've got the lyrebirds across the top, and then the galahs facing each other. That's beautiful. And there's the graph for it as well. This is fantastic. Brumby. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? A brumby is what we call our horses. They're wild horses that roam around in the middle of Australia. So they're referred to as brumbies. So this handsome jumper features a wild brumbie on the front, worked in picture knitting style. The yoke has a pattern of horses or horseshoes and galloping horses. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Then we've got the cockies on this one. It looks like little wattle flowers on that one. That's so pretty. Of course, we've got kangaroos and emus. Looks like little lizards, maybe a goanna. Wow, look at that. So you've got the brolgas across the top there. Then you've got Ayers Rock or Uluru, as we know it here. You've got the kangaroos underneath. And then these are desert roses. Aren't they beautiful? Isn't that just gorgeous? I love that someone took the idea of Fair Isle knitting and adapted it to Australian animals and just Australiana. It's just beautiful. I was wondering when we might see a koala. Here we go. So what have we got here? We've got a lyrebird across the top there. We've got koalas in through here. We've got crocodiles, I think, in here, and maybe wallabies along the bottom. And I'm wondering if these are a bush berry or a bush flower. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, this is for Victoria. Okay, so what they've done is they've separated the designs into the different states of our country, which is fantastic. So this particular pattern is representative of Western Australia. It's got Western Australian wildflowers and swans. It features the Swan River daisies and kangaroo paw flowers. So this is representative of Western Australia. Here's the jumper for Tassie, or Tasmania, as I should properly call it. We've got some leatherwood blossoms with bands of Sydney Hobart yachts because of the race. There's a big yacht race here in Australia where we go from Sydney down to Hobart, and it's a run on New Year's Day, I think, from memory. I'm not quite sure. We also have possums, apples. Tasmania is the apple isle. They grow the best apples down there. And Tasmanian devils, and the isle itself completing the design. That's so lovely. Isn't that beautiful? So that's for Tassie. That's why the apples are there. Here's the one for Northern Territory. Okay, so the brolgas, Ayers Rock, the kangaroos and the desert roses. Absolutely beautiful. That colour scheme, the red soil and the red of the outback, just beautiful. That's really well done. Victoria, this is the state that Ballarat's in. So this one's for us. So we've got the lyrebird, the koalas. I'm pretty sure that is a croc, and the wallabies, but I'm just going to double check that on the design front here. So knitted in bands featuring it's a platypus. Featuring the platypus. I was going to say, there's not a lot of crocodiles in Victoria. I can't imagine why they would put that in, but a platypus makes a lot more sense. So we've got a lyrebird, a koala, a platypus, and it'll be wallabies down the bottom, band of kangaroos, and we have wallabies down here too. So kangaroos and wallabies make sense. One for Sydney. So Sydney is a city, not a state, but they've gotten their own jumper. That's fair enough. We all know about the Sydney Opera House and the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and the Sydney Mardi Gras, which is fantastic. Let's have a look at what they've got. A bit of everything. So you've got the boats being out on the bay. You've got Luna Park here. So that's what that would be, unless it's the bridge. Could be the bridge. It's probably the bridge, knowing me. So the first band is a city skyline with Sydney above, then the little Birkenhead ferry. Next come the Opera House, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and a motif of yachts. So that's the Harbour Bridge, then the Opera House. Then you've got the boats on the water and the ferries. Then you've got Sydney itself, and then the city skyline there. Isn't that just gorgeous? That's just lovely. Queensland gets one. There we go. So the Queensland's jumper has Sunshine cardigan has pineapples, palm trees, cockatoos, leaping dolphins, and topping all of this, the Cooktown orchid. Wow, so let's have a look at that. That's really pretty. So these are the leaping dolphins. There's the cockatoos, the palm trees, the pineapples. That's just lovely. Again, nice and bright. Isn't that fantastic? That's just wonderful. I love that. Oh, we've got some more stuff to look at. Oh, let's look at the yarn next. Look at all of this beautiful colour. It's just lovely. All Peyton's cotton top. It's all the same size, all 50-gram balls. And if we have a look at the back, all of these blues are the same dye lot, and so are all of these pinks. I'm not sure about the yellow yet. I need to get some of the bands off to have a look. And I'm not sure about the white, but so far each thing has had the same dye lot, which is fantastic. Now, I'm guessing that this blue is showing up as just a standard blue, but it's actually more of a tealy blue. There's definitely a tinge of green in it, but it is more blue leaning rather than green. So it's probably just going to show up as straight blue, which I'm fine with. It is lovely. All right, let's get a ball out and have a closer look. I'll pop you over there for now. Let's grab one of these out. Hopefully I don't make too big of a hole, maybe just over on the side here. And let's just get in here. Don't cut the yarn, don't cut the yarn, don't cut the yarn. All right, I'll grab one of the blues out so we can take a good look at that. Pop you over to the side. So here we go. We've got Peyton's cotton top, 50 grams net at standard condition. 3.25 mil needles are recommended. Made in Australia by Coates Peyton's Australia Limited in Thistle Street, Launceston, which would be down in Tasmania. Dye lot is number 10, shade is 1681. It's 100% pure cotton, which is fantastic. Hot hand wash, hot rinse well, do not tumble dry, all the usuals. And it's dry cleanable. Isn't that amazing? And you could hot iron it up to 200 degrees Celsius. That's really hard to say too. All right, let's take this band off. Now, can you see the texture in that thread there? I love this. It looks like, I think it's a boucle yarn. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But please correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it beautiful? 100% cotton. So it's really, really soft. Really soft. I really like that. That's got a really lovely feel to it. For some reason, as soon as I saw these colours together, I thought granny squares. I don't know why. I can actually make things other than granny squares. I just think I better point that out. But isn't it beautiful? Like, it's just such a lovely quality. I know that it's probably quite old. I haven't seen cotton top as a label before. Again, correct me if I'm wrong if it's still around. I haven't seen it myself, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not out there. Love that quality. It feels so soft. That's really lovely. No smell to it. Oh, it's beautiful and soft. Now the question is, what am I going to make with it? As I said, I just dropped a ball down there. I'll pick it up later. One of the things that immediately came to mind was granny squares. I just want to grab one of those yellows out as well. Look at that. Cotton top 7-ply. 7-ply. What an odd number. Wow. Once again, 3.25 mil needles, 100% pure cotton. So they're all the same brand. It's all the same size. That's just beautiful. I want to grab one of these pink ones out too. Let's grab that out. Just the one. Look at those colorways together. That's just lovely. Yeah, for some reason, my brain said granny square. As soon as I saw these colours together, I could see it making beautiful cushion covers. I could see it making a lovely scarf. I could even see it making a beautiful vest if there's enough there. I think I worked out I had all up about 850 grams, which is pretty good. That's a pretty good amount of yarn. And considering there was so much yarn available at the op shop that we were in, I'm really mindful of taking too much. I only thought I should take what I knew I would use. So I left as much as I could behind. Not only is it school holidays, and there's probably a lot of parents taking their kids to op shops and thrift stores looking for cheap ways to entertain the kids. So a bit of crafting, some wool, some beads, a few bits and pieces. I didn't want to take that away from them. So I wanted to make sure that there was still enough yarn there to be able to do that. And also I'm able to shop at Spotlight and Lincraft. Granted, I only do it when they're on sale, but let's face it, you don't have to wait very long for a sale to hit Spotlight or Lincraft. So I am able to shop elsewhere. I do try to support my local yarn store as much as I can when I can afford to do it. But it's within my budget to be able to do that. And there are a lot of people that don't have that, who really rely on thrift stores to be able to support their crafting hobbies. And without being able to find the craft supplies they need at the thrift store, then they're just not going to be able to make anything. So I wanted to make sure I left as much yarn as I could behind and only took what I knew I would use. So as soon as I saw these, I got very inspired straight away. As I said, for some reason I thought granny square. I thought they'd make beautiful granny squares, but in terms of actual projects, I'm not quite sure yet. So I'm going to tuck this away until I spot something that I need. Now, I was gifted a couple of beautiful pattern books that were full of granny square projects, so I might have a flick through that later and see if I can find something to come up with. But for now, I'm just going to appreciate these beautiful colours together and just let it kind of simmer away in the back of my mind, and then I know that it's there. So if I come up with something, then I'll grab them out and make something. If you have any ideas or suggestions, as always, let me know in the comments. All right, what else did I find? Now, this is a very eclectic collection of things. This particular little tin I thought would be great for putting stitch markers in, or maybe some darning needles. I think I paid $1, but it was 50% off, so I paid 50 cents for that. So I'd be more than happy to keep some stitch markers and a darning needle or two in there just to take that traveling with me, pop that in my knitting bag, and off I go. I found these beautiful pony 6mm knitting needles. They are silky smooth. I wish you could feel them through the TV or the phone or the iPad. These are just lovely. Pony is a brand that's been around for quite some time, so I know that they're reliable. And I didn't have a 6mm set of knitting needles, so I'm really thrilled that I found these. They're absolutely gorgeous. Nice and long too, so be perfect for working up a good, big, decent sized project. Happy with those. And these two little doll faces. Now, not too long ago, I was gifted a beautiful book from my friend Cara and her lovely daughter. Thank you so much for that. And inside that book, there was a pattern or a design for a little monkey-faced string holder. And I've kind of been haunted by it ever since. I did actually track down some plastic monkey faces online, but believe it or not, the face itself isn't that expensive. It's the shipping to get it here that was going to cost me like over $40 for these tiny little plastic faces that don't weigh anything. So there's no way that's going to happen. But I'm wondering if I might be able to turn these little doll faces into the same thing. So I got two, just because one's probably going to be a bit of a sacrifice to work out the technique, to get the holes punched around the side, to be able to crochet into, all those sorts of things. But if I can do it, then this will be an interesting challenge. But yeah, these are just two little plastic doll faces. They were 50 cents each, which would have brought them down to 25 cents because they were half price. So I only paid 50 cents total for them, which is pretty good. Much better than, over $40 for shipping. So I'm happy with those. So the next thing I'm going to take a quick look at is this beautiful jar of buttons. So I paid $8 for that, although it was half price. So I technically only paid $4. So I'm pretty thrilled with that. Let's have a look at them. Ugh, there we go. Oh, beautiful. Look at these buttons. That is just gorgeous. Just beautiful. Now, anybody who's been watching this channel for some time knows that buttons here in Australia are like little golden nuggets. It's very expensive to buy new buttons here for some reason. So finding jars like this at thrift stores is just an absolute gold mine. It's fantastic. The hard part is trying to find enough matching buttons in the jar to be able to finish a project. So if you've got a cardigan or a jumper that needs some buttons, unfortunately you could probably find 3 or 4 lovely buttons, but none of them will actually match. So trying to find matching buttons is the key. So I'm hoping there's enough matching buttons in here to be able to help me out with a few projects, which would be wonderful. But for now, I'm more than happy to just look at them and have them sit there and appreciate them. Oh, look at these. We've got some beautiful buttons in here. Absolutely glorious. These are fantastic. So I'm going to need to go through all of these. I can already see some matching ones in the middle here, which is fantastic. Got some beautiful wooden buttons, sorry. These all match. Look at that. Oh, I'm doing well so far. There's some more. Oh, wow. These guys all match. Oh, this is wonderful. Look at these matching buttons. This is fantastic. Look at these. These all match too. Oh, what a gold mine. Oh, wow. And these all match. Wow, didn't I pick the lucky jar? I was not expecting this. Normally you dig around for a while and you might find 3 or 4 in a jar that match and you're happy with that. But this is fantastic. I'm thrilled to bits with this. Wow, there's some matching in here already. Oh, I'm absolutely thrilled. This is fantastic. I'm going to have to sit down and put them into their matching sets and maybe put them in little bags or something so I can find them easily. Oh, I'm absolutely wrapped. That's fantastic. But what else did I find? Now this next find I'm just going to share with you very quickly. It means a lot to me and I'll explain why. About a month ago, Mr. Yarniverse gifted me this beautiful book for my birthday and I cannot wait to get stuck into making these guys. I absolutely adore the world of Beatrix Potter and I grew up just enjoying these stories so much that I ended up sharing them with my son when he was born. So he's a huge fan too, which is why it has so much significance to me. I'll definitely be doing a review of this book when I make these patterns because these beautiful toys look so beautiful. There's 2 characters in particular that I'm really looking forward to make. Miss Jemima Puddle Duck, of course, and of course the beautiful Mrs. Tiggy Winkle. She's just my favourite. I just adore her. So he bought this for me and then when we were in the thrift store yesterday, he noticed something sitting up on the bookshelf that I didn't see at all and he just stood there waiting for me to find it. And eventually I got there and it was this beautiful collection of books. Now it says $20 on the price tag, but it was actually half price. So I only paid $10 for this, which is absolutely just the best bargain ever. Unfortunately, there are 2 books missing, book number 5 and book number 20. And there's also a dust jacket missing off of one of the books. But I don't care at all. I am absolutely thrilled beyond words that we found this and I cannot wait to flick through them and possibly share them with my son again too, even though he's a grown man and he's probably going to wonder what the hell I'm doing. I think he will appreciate it just as much as I do. So I just wanted to share that with you just quickly. I've got 2 more things to share with you and they are both absolutely stunning blankets. So stick around, we'll get through that next and then we're done. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at the colorways that have been used in these beautiful squares. They're just lovely, absolutely beautiful work. Now, I know you're sitting there saying, okay, what's she going to turn this one into? And you would be right. I would love to turn this into a lovely spring cardigan, or maybe a bag, or maybe a car seat cover. There's a few things, a few different ideas that are coming to mind when I look at this blanket, but you know what? I just don't think I can take this one apart. There's just something about it. Firstly, it's been joined with a continuous join as you go. So if I did want to take this apart to make it into something else, I would actually have to frog the entire final row of every single square and pull the whole blanket apart and then go back and rejoin them, redoing that continuous join and turn them into the panels that I need to work with. And I just don't want to do that. It's just too beautiful. Not that the other blankets that I've pulled apart haven't been beautiful, because they absolutely have, but they've just been a little bit easier to come apart, or they were already falling apart in the first place. Some of the stitching had come undone. You can tell that they hadn't really been taken care of as much as this definitely has been. This almost feels brand new, and I would just feel horrible taking this apart. It's just lovely. So what I think I might do, if I don't keep it myself as a little lap blanket to keep me nice and warm here in this craft room, then I will probably donate it. I think it deserves to be loved and looked after and appreciated. I think all blankets deserve that, to be honest. But in particular this one I paid about $7 for, which I think is quite reasonable considering the condition that it's in. The yarn is lovely and soft. It doesn't have a halo on it, so even though it's a lovely soft, I can tell it's acrylic, but there's not a huge halo on it at all. So I'm wondering if it might be a cotton acrylic blend. It's really, really lovely. I'll donate it because I think it deserves to be with someone who will love it and take care of it and wrap themselves up in it and keep themselves warm in it. And it's just beautiful. And so is the next one. Have a look at this. This is just stunning. Now, this particular blanket is a combination of knitting and crochet, which you don't see very often. You've got this lovely scalloped edge on it and the granny stitch edging as a border. So they've done 4 rows here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the scalloped edge. And they've joined all of the squares with granny stitch and crochet, which is just beautiful. So that's how they managed to join to the border. They used crochet border, which they then joined with crochet and then completed with a crochet edge, which is just stunning. And look at the beautiful material they've used to make it. This yarn is just lovely. It's so soft. Look at the stitches. They're so even. I love this through here, this white yarn with the blue and pink specks through it, mixed with the little mint green. It's just lovely. Absolutely beautiful. And then look at this one here. Look at that gorgeous colour work in through here. It's just lovely. And don't worry, I won't be taking this one apart either. It is just, it's a work of art. It really is. It's absolutely beautiful. I would love to speak to the person who made this. How did they come up with the idea of doing the granny stitches? How did they attach the granny clusters to the knitting square? How did they do that? It's just beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm thrilled to have found it. I think I have found a hole over here. Yeah, it looks like a hole here, so something's come apart here. So that's why I was concerned about how they were attaching the granny cluster to the knitted square, because I would have thought that the yarn would snap or break, and this is what's going to happen here. So there's a problem here. I wonder if my mum might be able to help me to repair this one. Hopefully she can. If we can get it repaired, this is another one that will definitely be donated. Again, it is too beautiful not to. I cannot take it apart. There is no way that this could be pulled apart and turned into anything else. It's just too lovely. Once again, beautiful workmanship. I'll make sure to put a stitch marker in that and try and hang on to that. Maybe a safety pin to hold it together until I can get Mum out here to see if she can help me repair it. It's beautiful, but I just had to share it with you. So I'll get this repaired and we'll donate it and off to a good home, and I will just be absolutely thrilled with that. That would be great. So there you have it, guys. What a fantastic haul for today. I am absolutely thrilled that I got to share so many beautiful things with you. Those pattern books, so full of inspiration and motivation to start new projects. I can't wait to start on some of those. The beautiful yarn that I found. If you've got any ideas for me, by all means, leave them in the comments because you know I love to read them. The beautiful Beatrix Potter books and the buttons. I found some matching buttons. I don't think I can explain how important that is. That is massive, and I cannot believe I found some. That's just fantastic. Oh, and that beautiful handwritten note. That was the one that was translating the US crochet terminology into the English. I'm going to put that up on my wall as a special reminder to myself because it's just so beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, those gorgeous blankets. Oh, where do I even start with them? They're just stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. If you're still watching, then I really appreciate it. Oh, and thank you also to everybody that sent me some lovely compliments about my granny square sweater that I'm wearing today. This is something that I knocked up when I had the flu a couple of weeks ago, and I genuinely just thought it would be a nice comfy jumper, but everybody's been commenting on it. So let me just give you an update. I have written a pattern and it's out being tested as we speak. So hopefully I'll get some feedback back on that soon. I'll make any adjustments that need to be done, and then I can release that pattern for you. I'm still thinking about whether or not to do a video tutorial for it. Let me know in the comments if you think you'd need one of those. I'm more than happy to film one if I can squish it in with all the other projects I'd like to make for you. But let me know in the comments either way, because I'd love to know your thoughts on that. And once again, thank you so much for all the compliments. I really appreciate it. Thank you also has to go out to my lovely yarnies. Thank you so much for your support. You enable me to be able to continue to create this content and to keep this channel going. So without your support, I don't know where I'd be. It absolutely means the world to me. I say it every video, but I genuinely mean it. Thank you so very much. It really just helps me out to no end. I can't explain enough how much it means to me. So thank you very much for that. Thank you also to anybody that's liked or shared one of my videos with one of your friends. Maybe you thought they might get a kick out of it or they might learn something new, and that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Your support always means the world to me, and I know that I say it every video, but I genuinely mean it. It just blows my mind that there are so many people out there willing to spend some time out of their day to share with me, maybe with a cuppa and one of your whips. Take care of each other and take care of yourself. I say that every time and I absolutely mean it. Take care of yourself because you absolutely do deserve it. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much. Bye for now.